This YouTube channel is making over $10,000 per month in probably the easiest way possible. And I actually replicated what they were doing and uploaded 3 of their style videos onto my channel, and in total I made over $12,000. As you can see with this video, this one made over $2,885. This one made $5,666, and this one made $4,414. And I'm about to give you the step-by-step blueprint to replicate my success. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is head over to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is going to help us analyze this channel's video topics / video titles. We can already see that their most popular videos are aimed towards like controversy and pretty much just like a Caitlin Clark fan page, to be honest. But we're still going to use ChatGPT to do deep research on the channel to basically have it become an expert at making new video topics and new video titles for our channel. So this is the exact prompt that we're going to use. Let me go ahead and just copy this real quick. Okay, so the prompt is basically saying, I am starting a new Faceless YouTube channel and the niche is going to be focused on the WNBA. Here is the channel I am using for inspiration. Please go through and analyze this channel's video titles / video topics. I want you to analyze everything in a way so you can become an expert at coming up with the new video topics for this channel and making the video titles for those topics. And at the very bottom, it's basically just letting it know to really analyze every single detail with the topics and the titles on the channel. Now, 2 important things. Number 1, you need to make sure that you are in ChatGPT 4.5 because the 4.5 model, essentially what this is for writing and exploring ideas. And then number 2, you need to make sure that you go ahead and click down here and you click on tools and you select deep research. And this needs to be done before you actually hit send. So again, I'm going to repeat ChatGPT 4.5 and deep research. Both of these 2 things are incredibly important for this to work. So we're going to go ahead and click on deep research, and then we're going to hit send. Now, before it actually does the deep research, it is going to ask a few questions, and then it's going to start. So we're going to go ahead and answer these questions. Just to confirm. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit send, and I'm just going to cut the video and come back once this is finished, because it can take anywhere from 8 minutes to sometimes 30 minutes, depending on the amount of research that it is actually doing. I would say this is going to be about 10 minutes, so I'm going to cut and I'll come back once this is finished. All right, so we have our little helper here, Casper, and he's going to be with us for the rest of this video. However, ChatGPT did just complete its deep research of the channel Logo 3, specifically aimed towards the titles and the topics of the videos. So I'm not going to go through and read through all of this because as you can see, it's definitely a lot. But what we are going to do is go ahead and download it as a docx because we are going to be using that a little bit later on in the video. So if you just click download, docx, then it will download and I'm going to go ahead and save that. Okay, so for the next portion of this, there's one more deep research that we need ChatGPT to do because looking at the channel, all of their most popular videos are aimed around controversy that's going on in the WNBA, and a lot of it is including Caitlin Clark. So we're going to go ahead and go back to ChatGPT. We're going to go to the bottom, and then for this next prompt, let me go ahead and copy this, and I will throw it in here. So for this next prompt, it is basically saying, now I want you to do deep research on the most controversial topics within the WNBA. Make sure they are currently relevant and they have very high search volume on YouTube. Provide 20 different topics that fit this criteria and make sure 12 of them include Caitlin Clark. And then again, you want to go ahead and click on tools, click on deep research before hitting send. So now we're going to go ahead and send this. And then same thing here, it's going to ask a few questions. I'm going to answer the questions. And then while the deep research is going on, we're going to head over to Upwork, and we're also going to dabble with Fiverr a little bit as well. Okay, so while that is going on, we're going to head over to Upwork and also Fiverr, and I'm going to walk through the process of actually hiring a content team. So let me go ahead and pull up Upwork. I'm also going to go over Fiverr a little bit and how you can utilize Fiverr to find some gem thumbnail designers. All right, so we have Upwork pulled up, and what you want to do is you want to click on Hire Talent, you want to click on Post a Job, and then Long-Term Project, hit Continue, and then I'm not going to go through everything step by step because I've already done that multiple times on all my videos. So if you want more insight on going through and posting jobs on Upwork, go ahead and just go to my channel and check out all my other videos. I dive super deep into all of that. However, I am going to go over Fiverr because I rarely ever cover Fiverr, and you can find some really good thumbnail designers on there. I really only use Fiverr for thumbnail designers, so that's what I'm going to focus on today. All right, so we have Fiverr pulled up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the search bar, and I'm going to just type in WNBA thumbnails. So when we go ahead and type that in, we can see a good amount of people in this niche that do thumbnails for these types of channels. So I want to go through and see if I can spot any gems. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit. That way you don't have to sit there and just watch me scroll. So when I find someone that I think is really good, I'll go ahead and I'll, stop the fast forward. Okay, so I came across this guy, and he definitely makes some pretty good thumbnails and like a very similar style as to like this channel as well. So from here, what I would do is I would just go ahead and I would contact him, and he only charges $5 per thumbnail, which is perfect. So I would go ahead and I would contact him. I would send him examples of what I'm looking for, confirm that he can do it. Maybe get like one trial thumbnail, see if he can actually replicate this style. And then from there, I would go ahead and bring him on board. So Fiverr, you can definitely find some really good people for thumbnail creation, but for editing and for script writing, I would honestly just personally stick with Upwork. All right, so now just a quick recap of where we are at with everything that we have done. Number one, we have used ChatGPT to go ahead and analyze the channels, this channel right here, analyze this channel's topics and titles, and it gave us this. We went ahead and we downloaded this because in this next step, we are going to go ahead and use all of this information. On top of that, we also went over Fiverr on how to use it to actually go ahead and find a really good thumbnail designer. And then I did let you know that if you want more insight on Upwork, on how to post the job listings, just go ahead and check out my other videos on my other channels because I really dive deep into that process on almost all my other videos. And then we are now at the stage of just waiting for this deep research to be complete. Once this deep research is complete, we're going to go ahead and go through the process of finalizing the video ideas for our channel. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video, and I'll be back once this deep research is complete. Okay, so the deep research is now completed for the most controversial WNBA topics that are also aimed towards Caitlin Clark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download this as a docx, because with this next portion of finalizing the video ideas, we are going to use both of the deep research. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and grab both of these, place them there. This is the deep research number one of just analyzing the video topics, and this is this deep research right here, which is, all of the most controversial topics. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and copy prompt number 3, and I will go over essentially what this is. So prompt number 3 is basically letting it know to use these 2 PDFs that it provided me to go ahead and give me a list of 10 brand new video titles that I can personally use for my channel. And I want the titles to be very similar to the channel logo 3. And you can go ahead, I'm going to hit send, and then you can just go ahead and look over the actual prompt itself as well. Okay, so it is now providing me the list of the 10 titles. While it's doing this, we're going to go ahead and set up the Trello, which I have already set up just a little bit. So I want to walk you through how to properly use Trello, and I'm also going to give a little bit more sauce, and I'm about to give you a ton of free game. I'm about to put you on insane games, so make sure to pay attention to this process. Okay, so the basics of Trello is basically just turning your content production into a assembly line. You know, it goes down the line, and as they complete their specific piece of the video, whether it's the script, voiceover, edit, or a thumbnail, they will then drag it over. And then when it's in ready to upload, that is when you go ahead and upload it to your channel. So there's also some sauce that I'm about to give away that will help the content team make the best quality videos possible. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and grab one of these titles. And as you can see, these are the 10 new video titles for our channel that ChatGPT did provide us. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab one of these, place it here, and in the description, I typically go ahead and provide some extra resources for the scriptwriter, for the editor, and for the designer. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the process of what it is that I do provide and how you can actually do it as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just copy this title again. I'm going to come back to ChatGPT, and then this is the prompt that I'm going to use. Okay, so this is basically saying I'm going to start having my content team make this video. Please do deep research on this topic and provide a ton of information for the scriptwriter to write a complete in-depth script on this topic. This is the topic, and I just placed the title. So again, I'm going to click on Tools, I'm going to select Deep Research, and I'm going to hit Send. And then the next step is I'm going to go ahead and just pull up Y2Mate. This is basically a place where I can convert a YouTube video into an MP3 file. So I'm going to grab like their most popular script, their most popular video. I'm going to grab the link, I'm going to come here, and I'm going to paste that here, and then click Convert. This is then going to give me the audio file of this video. And then I'm going to head over to TurboScribe. TurboScribe is then going to take the audio file and transcribe the complete file so that I basically have the script of the video. Okay, so this is now completely ready to download. I'm going to go ahead and download this. I'm then going to go to TurboScribe, and then I'm going to drag that into transcribed files. I'm just going to select whale, and then I'm going to transcribe. And then while that is being transcribed, let's go ahead and check on where this is at. So I'm going to go ahead and answer these questions so it can start its deep research on this topic. And essentially what I'm doing is I'm getting a bunch of stuff prepped to provide the scriptwriter a script outline in a very similar style as this channel to give my channel the best possibility of the video actually going viral. Okay, so we now have all of the research on the video topic itself. So we are going to go ahead and download this, as this is going to be super important to actually get the script outline. So I'm going to go ahead and download this. And then what I'm going to do now is go ahead and download the transcript of the actual video. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to download it as a docx. And then we're going to bring it here and then provide that to ChatGPT. So along with the transcript, we're going to go ahead and send it this prompt right here. So this prompt is basically stating, now I want you to analyze this script, go through and analyze its format, writing style, tonality, and the structure of the script. Become an expert at writing scripts just like this and provide me a full in-depth analysis of how this script was written. Provide the breakdown / analysis on a brand new canvas so I can easily download it. So it's going to go ahead and do that. And then once it provides me the actual outline, I'm going to also download that and then send over one more prompt so I can actually get the script outline. So while it's completing this, we're going to go over to Trello, and then on this, we're going to go ahead and write for scriptwriter. And then we're going to place the research. We're going to go ahead and just attach the file of the research. So that is the research that ChatGPT did provide us. And then as for the script outline to follow, we're completing that right now. So while this is going through this, when it finishes it, I'm going to download it and then send over one more prompt, which is going to include both the research and then also this. So it just completed it. So I'm just going to go ahead and download that as a docx. And then I am going to provide that right back to ChatGPT. And then I'm also going to provide the research. Let me just make sure I need to put this one first, and then I will place this one next because that's how the prompt is laid out. So this is the prompt right here. Then I need to copy this title. Okay, so the prompt is, the first docx file I provided you is all the research on the topic, which is the title. The second docx file I provided you is the breakdown of how the script should be written. Please provide me a very in-depth script outline that I can provide my scriptwriter. Make sure it includes a breakdown of what to write about in each section and provide sources for each section as well. Provide this to me in a brand new canvas so I can easily download it. And then what I would do is when it provides the outline, same thing I did with this one, I will just place the script outline right there. And then that makes it to where your scriptwriter is actually going to be able to provide their best quality work. Because at this point, they don't have to do the research. They have a script outline to follow, which the script outline is based on this channel's most popular video. So you're basically setting up your content team for success to provide their best quality work. And that's exactly what I did with my content team that made the content for this channel. This channel, I started it March 9th. First upload was March 15th. It got monetized April 1st, and so far it's made $72,000, and that's literally in just about 5 months. So providing your content team with all of these resources, as you can see, this is now the script outline that ChatGPT did provide. Providing your content team with resources like this is going to allow them to provide the best quality work possible. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I'm giving out the most free value on scaling faceless YouTube channels for completely free.